What's up, friends? This is Jazz bringing you another update video. And this actually will be my 100, not 100, star Jazz. It's going to be my 800th video. Now, I know this is silly, to think about, the number of videos, but 800 is 200 away from 1,000 videos since I started. And I know some of them aren't 100% legit in some ways, channel content-wise, but I still thought I would bring this up. I've started about January of 2014, about 2013 maybe. So I've been almost on YouTube for 2 years as a more active channel. And for that, I'm not doing a big, extravagant thing, but I'm just mainly going to give you an update in all what's going on. For the most part, I still have some ideas in my head, but I want to try to keep it as consistent as possible. I also got a list here of things I might have to add to it as I go along that I want to talk about, but basic things I want to talk about. To start us off, I want to start with our current projects. Now, Explorers of Sky and Digimon, Digimon precisely, talking more about Digimon on this part, is almost done. Because it's not a terribly long game story-wise, and I've recorded quite a bit, but it still is maybe a quarter of the way done. But it's the rest of it is pretty easy to do with how long and much I've played it, so we're doing very well there. Explorers of Sky, well, it is getting in the middle of the game, so that still has quite a bit to go, and plus I want to do some after missions and stuff as well, so that will, a few more weeks, yeah, maybe another month or so. I upload it twice a week, so most of the time, so it can deal, right? I'm good. Now, Walking Dead, I am almost just about finished of it. I need to finish episode 4 and episode 5 to complete the LP to a T. Yeah, no rhyming intended, but it's the way it came out. So the closest LP to being finished is by far The Walking Dead. But I got some good news in this mix of current LPs. Harvest Moon will be coming back to this channel. Well, at least temporarily. Because I've got the Elgato capture card working tonight, and so far I've recorded, you're guaranteed to at least get 2 episodes of Harvest Moon. Anyway, for now. Because 2 are not maybe post-narrated yet, but I could do that afterwards, even if I had to restart the computer. Because I have 2 game played and edited files on my SD card. So those 2 are safe from any damage that's done. And I'm excited to hopefully bring it back. I was going to say, you missed a lot in it, but since this is an update, but not quite the normal update, I'll just bring you on it. It pretty much is, I went through a few days of farming like normal. I had proposed to Nami, although I do not know if she turned it down or there's a certain time after you propose. Because it looks like she took the blue feather. It's not in my bag or else. So she has to have accepted it, or does she just take it and not? She says that, she didn't say it, she didn't, I don't think anyone would be, oh my gosh, yes, like that. I don't think she would be the type to, but she also didn't sound too, oh, I was unprepared, but I guess I have to take it the way you did have to. Thinking that's not good. But we'll see what happens. I thought if I waited a season it would end, but nope. No, hopefully, if I keep up the attraction, then by the end of the year, she'll be the one to propose to me then. I've tried. I don't have the blue feather anymore. I should have waited a little while. But really, there was no way at that time for me to check the book. And I just had to go on a limb. Oh well. But as I said, prepare for 2 more episodes in the next week or two. Because, okay, not a whole lot goes on, really. Except for, I find out in one episode Nami has 4 hearts. Which made me think I probably should have waited a day or 2, 3 to propose. Because that was 4 hearts there. They say you need 4 hearts for them to automatically accept, they didn't say they won't, but they're almost 100% with that. But anyway, as I said, mistakes happen. Hopefully I won't make any more mistakes like that without really paying attention. But to be fair, she kept getting up earlier and earlier, and now she's back to 9 o'clock. So, yeah. I was just waiting for a wedding scene to come up, hoping it would, but nope. Another thing that's updated. Well, actually, that I want to update you on that hasn't updated. My cow Buddha still is not an adult cow. How long is it again that the baby cows in Harvest Moon take to mature fully? I think I will leave that question down below in a poll, or a question or a poll or whatever. Just, hopefully I can ask that question in there for you can actually answer it. Oh well. What else is on my mind? Alright. It says that Digimon World DS is, I'd say, a quarter of the way done, even though that sounds bad. That makes it sound long. It is and it isn't. Just trust me, I've played it to full before. The mystery dungeon is, I'd say, if you include story mode, I'm not even close. But it's what it is, and that's been one of my luckier LPs. And The Walking Dead is the closest to being finished, but has the most story and dialogue in it. And it's one of the ones that I kind of do enjoy playing it because I don't have to talk all the time. But at the same token, I have to be the one to be prepared during those panic scenes. Like running and whatever. And I liked it. I might consider later getting The Walking Dead 2 or the 400 Days. I'm actually going to put a poll right in that question. Should I just go to The Walking Dead 2, or should I buy and play 400 Days before I play the Season 2? I mean, I heard it could contribute to the game, but do you guys want, there's different storylines and chapters rather than an episode. Do you want me to do that? I won't do it right away. I mean, whatever happens is not happening right away because one is money. 2, I have other projects on the go too, but I'd still want your opinion. What would be a good way to do it? Anyway, another LP or 2 that's on my mind is, but I think I will bring up the most likely, the more that I'm actually going to be doing, and it might start in the next week or 2, perhaps, is going to be a Pokemon Soul Silver egg lock. Now, I know what I've said before, but I asked Nman64, and out of respect that way, and he says, well, go right ahead, he's not going to start his till later. So just eat my heart out, or whatever the saying is. So the Soul Silver Egg Lock will go within the next week or so again. I had to prepare everything because I have other LPs that are going right now, so it's best to focus on them rather than just focus on one that I did not planning to upload yet. And another consideration of my Let's Plays will be a Sims 4. I was pretty much thinking a Sims 4 adoption build-up challenge, in a way. Like, I'm going to make it a story-based, more so than the Sims 3 one was. But my goal is to adopt my children and raise them out of foster care. Now, the obviously rules, since there's only allowed 8 Sims per house, you're allowed to have 6 kids in the house at any time, so be careful. And I will allow myself leniency to allow myself to bear 1 child if she absolutely wants it. Because sometimes it's good to have your own. I mean, obviously the idea for adoption is because they can't raise, like, for people who can't have their own kids. But, I mean, a lot of people think that's not really the biggest thing in my opinion. But she can have a child if she so desires. But most of them are going to be kids that I adopt. And I'm mainly going to adopt children rather than infants because I want to get an idea of what the child's going to look like. I like that idea. Like, I'm going to, look a child that seems to match the family kind of thing and making it fun that way. Well, this say the idea was given for me from a documentary I just watched. And I thought, well, that would be an interesting challenge. And I made a rule to make it a little easier. I get 100,000 simoleons per adoption. I buy the Sims with 1,000, but I will add the 1,000 simoleons for child support afterwards, since I had to pay 1,000 for the child. So that will be all right, and I'm allowed 2,000 for, or 100,000 for the upgrade of my house to get it ready. So those 2 rules are going to be implied to it, and you're probably wondering how the whole having a baby thing is going to how is it going to happen with me just starting off with 1 female. Well, there's ways to have men. I mean, I think so anyway. But as I said, that's pretty much the projects I do have going on. The Harvest Moon one is back for now. As I said, I'm going to try to be careful with my computer from this point on. So, hopefully everything will be good and I can play other games on the Dolphin. Hopefully that will run smoothly. Yeah, the Dolphin has been kind of, some games it's wonderful. Then some games it just lags, especially in certain parts of the game, so you do not know if it's lagging completely because it isn't. 1 minute it's 100%. The next it's going down to 60, then to 40. Like in the Animal Parade, thank God the Elgato's fixed. Because I wanted to play around with Animal Parade a little bit. That's another potential new LP. Is the Animal Parade, but that is later on. Months and months. And the last LP I should bring that will be coming to my channel in several months or so from now will be a Pokemon Leaf Green, I believe. Yeah, Leaf Green Wedlock. Now, I am waiting to do the Leaf Green one because my friend Nman64 is, yes, he has to slow down on his projects, but his Heart Gold or his Soul Silver LP wasn't even going to go on until after that one was done, and he got so busy that they're both kind of pushed back, so I also would rather do Soul Silver right now. I just want to have a Soul Silver or a Heart Gold LP under my belt, completely finished, almost from start to finish. Except for not catching all the Pokemon. That I will work with. I said I'll get all the Pokemon I can, but not like for use-wise. I may catch Pokemon that I'll allow to be just to collect, but yeah, that was about it. The Digimon one is still going, and almost all of them now are still going to a degree. So, also keep in mind that I am sorry for the lack of a lot of uploads lately, but one, we know I had a problem with my computer, and now I'm trying to just make things quality great. I want to do as much as I can. Oh yeah, and there is one final thing. As I said in the other video, the cards, the Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Pokemon will kind of swap back and forth every 2 weeks. And I'm going to shorten their card openings drastically by cutting, well, I'm not literally cutting the cards in half for people who think literally, right? But I mean, I'm cutting yeah, now I'm rambling. I know what I was going to say, but you guys pretty much get what I mean. Splitting the amount of cards that I have to open. So, you'll be getting some more. You'll be getting them semi-regularly between both of them. But, besides that, it's pretty good. As I said, I had a lot of ideas in my head. Like, for example, top 10s. That is eventually top, like, countdowns may come down to my channel soon. But, also, when it comes to these countdowns, please be patient with me. Because I am going to put a lot of effort into these. These are going to be probably one of my gold mine videos, if you rather call it that. Because I want to put the best effort I can into each video. So, it may not be once a week you get those. It could be twice a week, bi-monthly. Like, you know what I mean? Or every second week, yes, and bi-monthly. Could be once a month until I'm used to doing it, so you will still get other videos on the channel between those times, but as I said, though, top 10s have been an interesting subject for me, and I don't just mean about Pokemon. I'm just going to think of different series and ideas, and I know they're not really original, I understand that, but I want to try to put my own spin on it, my own ability as best as I can, right? I mean, just like with the word react is not a trademark, this is not I know, as I said, people have done plenty of top 10s, but I am not going to say mine is original. Trust me, I wish it was, but it wasn't. But I'm hoping to bring as much joy to people who like top 10s as possible. And get them to think, that really is an idea, or a good this or that. So, what I want you to do is, I have an idea for a top 10 video, but could you please let me know what top 10 you would like me to do after the next top 10. And first top 10 is going to be called Top 10 or 8, as I said, the first one may not quite be a top 10 YouTubers that I love to watch. And you'll be probably seeing it in the next month or two. I have to put a whole lot of effort into it. I mean, when you think about it, a lot of these parts, a lot of this particular video coming out will have actual channel footage of those channels. And I'm just hoping I do not get struck out by YouTube for it. So, we'll see how that all runs later. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, it's a long one, but it's an update, and it's the 800th video up here on my channel, and I'm trying to just get used to the polls and whatever. So I will think of ideas for polls, write it down, and click what you'd like to see. I will see you guys in my next video.